Spider-Man opens tomorrow, and we've got your post-movie talking points and more on today's episode of Mask and Cape.
Hey Internet, I'm Kevin McShane.
And I'm America Young. More on Spidey in a minute, but first, headlines. A DeLorean enthusiast has converted Marty McFly's famous car into a 6-doored limousine.
The DeLorean limo does not include a flux capacitor for time travel to fix your prom night mistakes, so ladies, make sure he's really special.
Hollywood trades are reporting that Marvel's big movie in 2014 will be Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, will audiences go for an entire movie featuring an obscure intergalactic superhero team? Well, if Green Lantern is any indication, the answer is no.
In support of waffle-loving Batgirl Stephanie Brown, fans are planning to flood the DC offices with shipments of waffles to return the character to her former continuity. Are the people at DC going to understand that this is why people are sending us waffles? Or are they just going to be like, hey, free waffles?
Probably. They probably will not get it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know that they actually read the stuff they put out.
Comic-Con has announced a Thursday morning panel for the final Twilight film. Fans can begin camping outside of Hall H next Tuesday. Be sure to bring your sleeping bags, your binoculars, and your irrational love of a series of teen novels.
The final Twilight panel comes to a relief, as many anti-Twihards who have complained that Twilight is actually ruining Comic-Con. You know what's also ruining Comic-Con? Every other movie and video game and Glee.
Larry King will be on hand at Comic-Con this year on a panel interviewing Optimus Prime voice actor Peter Cullen. After the panel, King plans to enter the masquerade, where he'll be presented with top prize due to his uncanny resemblance to Skeletor. How does Skeletor's jaw work?
There's no ligaments
Anyone
to
ever
keep it
figure
on.
that out?
I think
No?
it's just pure willpower that keeps it evil.
Evil magic.
Evil magic keeps it attached. And finally, Carl's Jr. is promoting The Amazing Spider-Man this Wednesday by giving away free burgers to customers dressed up as Spidey. Because if there's one thing Carl's Jr. customers look great in, it's skin-tight spandex. Going to see The Amazing Spider-Man this weekend? Worried about joining the conversation with your Spidey-loving friends after? Well, we've got you covered in a segment we call 5 Smart Things to Say After Seeing The Amazing Spider-Man Movie.
Well, actually, we'll probably never see Spider-Man and the Avengers in the same movie.
It's true. Sony controls the movie rights to Spider-Man, while Marvel owns the rights to Iron Man, Thor, and the rest of the Avengers, so a crossover between the two is highly unlikely. In fact, one of the reasons why Sony rebooted Spidey so quickly was to keep the rights from reverting back to Marvel.
If you ask me, though, they should have used Todd McFarlane's design for the lizard.
1990s Spidey artist Todd McFarlane drew the lizard really nasty with bigger teeth and sharper claws, much more like a crocodile than in the movie. The lizard from the movie looks like one of those Koopas from the Super Mario Brothers movie. Am I right?
Oh, did you catch Stan Lee's cameo as the school librarian?
That's right, Kevin. Spider-Man creator Stan Lee makes another cameo in the film, this time as a school librarian. Did you see him?
Actually, the mechanical web shooters are more faithful to the comic.
Okay, so in the Spider-Man comic, Stan Lee had Peter Parker design his wrist-mounted web shooters as a way to show off Peter's intellect. In the Tobey Maguire film, Sam Raimi made Peter's webs organic to simplify the story. I prefer the original concept, even though I'm not crazy about the design in the actual movie, because Peter being smart is one of the coolest things about him.
You know, I found the juxtaposition of both Kurt Connors and Peter Parker's mutations fascinating in each man's search to become whole. Connors physically, of course, and Peter Parker emotionally. It was positively Kafkaesque.
Yeah, you can say that, but don't, or you'll sound like a total douchebag. That's it for today. Be sure to subscribe and join us on Wednesday as we take a look at the top 5 Founding Father appearances in comics. For Stan Lee's World of Heroes, I'm America Young.
And I'm Kevin McShane, and here it is, your moment of Stan.
I pronounce you Spider-Man.
Spider-Man creator Stan Lee officiated at the home plate ceremony. The cartoon couple is taking a honeymoon trip to the Riviera.
Carl's Jr. is definitely appealing to my young demographic, because there's nothing that I want to do more on the 4th of July than get a free hamburger while dressed as Spider-Man at Carl's Jr. I think this promotion is going to go viral.